Welcome to lesson number 8 of my free German course. This lesson will show you 3 German verbs with an idiosyncrasy in the present tense, as well as some spelling notes. Let's start with the 3 idiosyncratic verbs. These verbs are sein, to be, werden, to become, and wissen, to know. The verb sein has irregular forms in the singular, ich bin, du bist, sie es ist, and is also the only word that is irregular in the plural. Wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. It does not use the infinitive form with wir and sie in the plural, and also the form ihr seid does not end in t, as is the case with any other verb with ihr in the present tense. By the way, if you spell seid with a final t, the meaning becomes since. The pronunciation, however, is the same. The next verb, werden, ends in die in the third person singular, which is, however, pronounced like t. The strangest of all verbs is wissen, which does not have a final e in the first person singular and no final t in the third person singular. So in the present tense, it is conjugated like a modal verb. In the next lesson, you will learn how modal verbs are conjugated. Let's now look at a number of cases with a special spelling for the second person singular. If, regardless of whether a verb has a regular or irregular pattern, the stem of the verb ends in s, ss, sz, x, or z, we only add t instead of st because the s pronunciation is already included in the stem. Let me read the verbs in the second line. Du liest, which means you read or you're reading. Du lässt, you let or you're letting. Du heißt, your name is. Du boxt, you box or you're boxing. And finally, du tanzt, you dance or you're dancing. We only add t instead of st. Having watched lessons 5 to 8, you should now be able to conjugate German verbs in the present tense. Of course, only if you know which verbs have a different stem in the second and third person singular. Make sure to watch the next lesson on modal verbs to round off your knowledge of German verbs in the present tense. Thanks for watching. Tschüss!